Howdy. How is everybody today? So, gonna do some different stuff. You know, with the side income that I was doing, I've got to figure out different side income now. And because the ratting stuff not working quite the same as it was with Ishtars and such. So I have here my main industrial guy, and let me search where I have a freighter. So I don't have any close to here. Okay, so let me try and gauge here. Well, we're going to go up to my manufacturing, which is where I usually leave this ship here. This is kind of a wormhole hit and run ship. You know, have things scanned down already, and then go and grab some more real cheap, so that if you take a loss, it's like, so what? And since I'm going up there, let's see how much of this I can hold. Probably not very much. Yeah, not very much at all. All right. Oh, 2 items, 52,000 worth. That is appallingly low value. Oh my God. Yeah, hey Phoenix, doing well. And Squiz, hello. So, anyway, we're going to do a few things in high sec today. Going to do some stuff in null sec today as well. And we are going to do more with Thor AI after this afternoon, my afternoon. I don't know what time it is for all of you, but my afternoon. And Thor's been giving really good advice. And so, Kosher Ham, did the bot stop working again? You know, I saw multiple people barked yesterday. We have an auto reset on it that if it gets stuck, it should reset itself after a little bit. It recognizes when it's been stuck for a little while. So,
you, sir, rock.
Kosher Ham.
Ham just subscribed for 9 months. Woo-hoo. Again, 1.
9 months. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. 90 gold to everybody here in your honor. And Kosher Ham, I am really excited to see what in the world Dolly is going to think of your Twitch avatar today, because I feel like it might be epic. I don't know. Oh, I love it. Here's a guy named Kosher, and here's the ham. A true warrior with your giant boar named Ham. I shall put that up into Discord chat for you, and you can grab a copy of it if you want. I like it. You know, the stuff that we're able to come up with that is just really great. I mean, sometimes it's really not, but sometimes it is. Phoenix, you saw your first gank today of a Thalos in Dodixie. Yep. Well, yeah. So that happens, huh? Ganks are real.
Warp drive active.
Oh. Added Omega time. What do you think about the Plex sale compared against Omega time? Still ain't that good. Okay, so we got red flashies in here. I should be fine. So here's the deal. Is that the Plex sale is really good if you're wanting Plex or Plex products, like, you know, something that you're going to buy for Plex in the Eve store, the NES store, except for Omega. And the reason for that is that unless Omega happens to be on sale within the NES at the same time, or unless you're going to buy the Plex at a discount now and then hold it and wait for a sale, the difference is already 20%. And so if you buy Omega Time with Plex, if you equate the dollars to dollars of what Plex costs and what Omega Time costs, you pay 20% more. So there is ways to game it to save more, but that's the general rule. So if you need Omega Time, just buy Omega Time, or buy one of the packs that has Omega Time in it that gives you a better value. And if you need Plex, we have a Plex sale right now. I'm surprised to see another Plex sale so soon, but I think that CCP is probably pretty concerned about the rising Plex value in Eve, and trying to, you know, ease the pressure on that. So it's you know, not surprising to see it, and it's pretty good value, 20 to 25% off. So if you're watching this on YouTube, the sale is already over. Although, maybe there's another one happening. We've had a few of them lately. And the skins that come with it are very nice. They're the ones that change what they look like when you get a kill. I've never gotten a kill with one of them, but the description says, in the Empyrean Outlaw, the description says that they glow and make a very visible statement to all of everybody around you, something like that, when you get a kill. Now I don't know if it's just when you get a kill that it goes sings like angels, or whether or not it changes and stays that way once you have a kill on the ship. So I don't know. I've never seen it. I should endeavor. Maybe I should get some. Maybe I should buy some Plex so I can get some of the skins. And then can you know, do I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought already. You know what? I'll tell you what I lost my train of thought on, and that is kill marks. I know, way left field, but well, you know, it's changing whenever it glows or whatnot. So let's see when we see the next player here. I want to show you something. I think I just heard somebody else come into the system. Did I? Sounded like it. Maybe not. Okay, next player we see, I'm going to show you. There's a new hidden feature that's been added since Revenant. And if you buy, but if you discount to 40%, you'll buy the maximum. Yeah, I can't do it. All right, I'm waiting to see another player. There's been something added so that you can know whether or not to fear those you are seeing. And apparently it works on both D-scan and on grid. And this is not documented anywhere about showing kill marks on ships. All right, repair, show info. Recon ship. So it doesn't have anything here. So here's the deal: is that the let's see here, overview. Yeah, I believe it'll show right down in here if they have kill marks on them. Yeah, so we just got to find somebody with kill marks on them. But I believe it'll now show if I believe it'll show here, and you can see it off of the results on D-scan or on grid. So I've been seeing some screenshots of it, and so now that's something that you can look at if you're wondering whether or not the person is going to be a threat. About the maximum last big discount. So, and I don't know what's happening for, you know, Cyber Monday and Black Friday. You know, traditionally those have been like Plex and Omega sales. But with this sale happening right here, maybe it's going to be something different. So, you heard it was a mistake and they removed it? Oh, well, maybe that's why I'm not seeing anything. I don't know how it would be a mistake. You know, because what does it hurt showing it? In fact, I kind of like it. You know? What's the new player experience like? Oh, dude, we just did it yesterday. We went through it. I went through the first half hour of it, and it is really epic. And I'm talking about the new player experience. There is also, you know, but your question, and so if you join the game, !Eve, follow that link, set up your account. If you join as a new player, the new player experience is really, really good. And it was surprisingly good when I went through the first half hour of it yesterday. And now, as far as getting into the game these days, like against, people have been playing a lot of years, one really nice thing about Eve is that you can be competitive in a very short period of time against other players, if that's, like in PvP. If you train just a few skills and you're a skilled pilot, like you can fly and know what you're doing, you can be very effective. Now, being brand new, you probably don't know how to be totally effective. But there is no issues with starting brand new in Eve these days. So, and if you do start playing, you'll have lots of questions. No one knows all the answers, not even the devs. But you can feel free to ask here or in other shows and such. So, yeah, Eve is great.
Warp drive active.
Hello, Brian. more of a PvE player, there's a ton of content for you. You can never 100% get away from PvP in EVE. Like, even if you're PvE, somebody could decide that they want to sacrifice their own ship to try and attack you. And, you know, if that's the case, that's the case. But if you treat your ships as if they're like ammo and they get spent and you have to load new ammo in time to time, then you got the right concept and you'll do just fine.
Warp drive active.
I recommend a torrent or a squall for planetary interaction in HiSec. Well, I say that if the squall fits everything you need and you're not getting over, say, 75 to 100 million worth of value in your cargo hold, you're probably fine. But eventually move up.
Permission requested.
You know, if you like doing planetary
Docking
interaction.
request
I do not
accepted.
like doing planetary interaction. It's not my thing. But I recognize that other people do, and good for them. All right, so here I am, and I'm just going to drop this stuff off in here. Let's see what ships I've got here. I don't have any transport ships. Oh, come on. Really? Okay. Thought I would. We're going to take Sawtooth here. And I'm going to change the name on him first. So, change name. All right, so Crimson Harvest Tetramon. I'm changing the name on it because I want to make sure that I know in a year when we do Crimson Harvest again that this is my Crimson Harvest ship. This thing worked spectacularly. I mean, very, very nice. And while I didn't finish the event with this character here, I did it on another one. But this ship worked really, really well, especially in HiSec. It was very efficient, which was important. So, yeah. Is the show where did the new player thing available here on YouTube? So it will be available on YouTube, but in a couple of weeks. I'm a couple weeks behind in my YouTube videos showing. You know, really, Zabarb, it doesn't cost you anything to try the game. You can do it for free, and you can then, if you're enjoying yourself, you can start to pay later for Omega, and you train faster, and it opens up some more options. But there's a shit ton you can do in the beginning, and so do !Eve, use that link, create your account. It'll give you an extra 1,000,000 skill points. Don't use those skill points right away. You'll find out that that's actually a lot. Hold them in reserve for stuff you're trying to do, but you need some skill points to apply real quick so that you can do it now instead of waiting. And just give the game a try. And it'll run on a potato. So even if your machine is not the latest and greatest, you can still play EVE. And you can join us in here. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I need to... yes, an old character can, with a new character slot, do the new player experience. And I don't know if this is true or not, but the new player experience that I did yesterday, it started blowing my mind. And it was blowing my mind because I didn't remember any of that. And we did it like a year and a half ago or whatnot, too. And it seemed completely different. Now, the previous time I had chosen Caldari, this time I chose Galante. And I don't know if it's different for each race or not, but it looked beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, the graphics in the new player experience exceed what we see in game. Even though it's a whole interactable environment and everything, just like it is here, it's really wild because it's actually a better experience than it is here in our regular gameplay. And so I don't know if that's going to be like something we're going to see in the future, or if they just in there, bring out all the tricks out of their bag and show a whole bunch of stuff in succession to really get a player excited or whatnot. But it was really, really good. How many accounts do I have? I'm not sure. It is greater than 21. I do know this. So, Willie Ken, you're asking me if I knew Earth and Beyond. Let me tell you, Westwood Studios was like, hey, Markee, we've got this new space game we want to come and show you. We want to pay you for an all expenses paid trip for like 4 days or something like that to Las Vegas to come to our studios and have a awesome time. And boy, did they give me an awesome time. And yes, Earth and Beyond, I really wish that it kind of kept going. It didn't. But it was fun. I played it and everything. So, yeah, they treated me really well. So it was very nice. And that's a long time ago. Yep. All right. So I need to look in my industry here and see if I have any jobs completed, which I may. I do. Okay. I don't have very many jobs running right now. And so this one right here, I think that I'm out of resources to run more. Yep. I need to go pick this up. So, this is one of 2 Tech 2 blueprints that I own. Well, actually, maybe I should just say this is the only one I own. See, I do know that I own another, and it's on one of my accounts, and I haven't been able to find it. Isn't that sad? It's like, you know what? It just dawned on me. I know where it's at. It's on the account that my ex-wife won from me in court. That's got to be where it's at. Because I've looked on all of my accounts. That's got to be where it's at. So, have I ever won Eve? Kosher Ham, to win Eve, you have to have quit Eve. That's how you win. All right, I got to get more stuff. I don't have enough stuff. All right, let's see here. Corporate hangars, First Division, and let's, God, I have almost 10 million spike here, worth 1.9 billion. I wonder how much I can fit in my hold here. Probably not very much. 32,000. Yeah, that is just not going to be very, very much, is it? Alrighty then. So, yeah, I don't have a transport ship here, so that's my problems. I don't have a transport ship here, and so, yeah, I have other stuff here to sell. This is my manufacturing location, so. All right, we got to go down to Jita and then come back up here and bring some stuff. I want to check something out here first. So we talked a little bit about passive income and stuff, and you know, we got, why is this remembering this across accounts? Damn. You know what? So I did a search for heavy water on this account, not on this character, on this account. I had problems yesterday with stuff making changes to all of my accounts just based on the fact that I did it on one and it did it to the others. And now I'm noticing this. So, what's my favorite ship? Probably the Proteus. How do you access my music? Good question. Exclamation point music in chat. It's on YouTube Music, it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, and Amazon. Yeah. I have a record publisher that puts it out to a whole bunch of places. All right, so we're going to look for courier missions in this region. Minimum reward, 10 million. The reward can be higher. The collateral, up to 1.5 million. So that's 1,500 in there. And then the volume, 372,000. Yeah, I think we should do 387, right? I do wish these fields were a little bit bigger. Can I make them a little bit bigger? It doesn't seem that I can. Public, nothing in low sec, nothing in null sec. Show me what my options are. There is one here. Collateral 1 billion, reward 10 million for 60 jumps. Fuck that. 60 jumps? Are you insane? I mean, the volume is really low. It's 10,000. But 60 jumps? Oh. What region am I even in? I'm in Canid. I mean, I'm far away. Okay, so let's look at all regions. Search, and then date created, and 11 jumps away. Reward 20 million, pays 1 billion, and it's Amar to Rennes, 300,000. 20 jumps, pays 20 million. That seems like potentially a good one to do. So let's head there. Make sure I'm tanked right. There's only one proper way, and this is it. Right. Now, you're all going to scoff at this, but I'm going to autopilot. I am. No. Why is this stuff flashing? We'll see what it's doing in the next system. I think I changed my flashiness. Okay, we need do we need D-scan up? Just thinking about whether or not we do. I'm not sure that we do.
Warp drive active.
All right. So he's heading out. I am going to autopilot him. Well, what are these systems here? Am I going to autopilot through those? Through 0.5s? Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty much empty. So, this is the toughest ship to kill. And, oh, Ham, you're in Goon Swarm. Did you know that Goons have a discount code and you can support the Goons? They use it for like the server upkeep and stuff like that. It's a discount code called Goons. Imagine that. Yeah. So, I think it's posted in one of the forums or something like that. I don't know. I haven't been there because I'm not a goon. But, yeah, anyway, spread the word to your fellow goons. And you can throw some support their way. Although you're a subscriber, which you can get a little bit better discount code by hitting exclamation point coupon, and it should send it to you. But anyway, yeah. Jassa says goons, aka the dirty people who live under the overpass. Well, you know what? I treat everybody equal when it comes to real life stuff. Now, in Eve, yes, they're dirty. In real life, they're just like you and me. And that's how I treat it. So, wait. No one has been in this system yet today. That message comes up only when no one has been in. We are over an hour. We are over an hour into the server reset. So, yeah, how interesting. All right, so, okay, let's go back to my other guy here. 2 hours? Oh, yeah, 2 hours. You know, the time changes here. I am so sick of the time changing. Like, my business partner, her time doesn't change. Marcel, who works for us, his time doesn't change. Mine does. So I am constantly in this state of, I got to figure out what time it is their location, UTC, what time it is there, all that shit. What's my offset? To figure it out. I've had enough with that, but I don't make the laws. All right, we're taking this down to Jeddah, and then we're gonna pick up another ship that can do some transport. Oh, you're also in the future. I can tell you, Kosher Ham. You're going. Good night. Well, Kosher Ham. I did the Y2K conversions for Nike, and New Zealand and Australia were our test beds to see whether or not our shit worked. And so New Zealand was first. Everything worked. The world didn't end. Australia was second. Everything still worked. The world didn't end. And then we went to bed. Anyway, you have a good evening. Thanks for your support. Thanks for being here. Maybe we'll be here when you get up. Rab, you're from New Zealand? Yeah, I've been to New Zealand. Wonderful place. Absolutely wonderful place. I spent some time in Rotorua. I spent some time in Auckland. I remember asking for, I didn't drink anything with caffeine, but I wanted a soda, and we were at this restaurant, and I asked them if they had root beer, and they looked at me, and they're like, sorry, is that like a specialty brewery? And I'm like, no, it's a soda. And they're like, what about ginger beer? And I'm like, I don't know, but I'll try it. And so I tried a ginger beer, and ginger beer is pretty strong. Not being a beer, but it's pretty strong, like it really, your sinuses just go. And ever since then, I have occasionally had a ginger beer. You put in a shot of bourbon with it, and just a little squeeze of lemon. It's very good. You call sodas soft drinks? Yeah. So here in the U.S., they're called soft drinks, sodas, and Coke. There's a region in the United States that calls everything a Coke.
Active.
So, yeah, I did Y2K conversions for both the Department of Energy here in the United States and for Nike. And what's kind of wild is I don't quite know why I was working there doing those, because I was making back then $13,000 to $20,000 a month off of my websites because it was a .com boom. I mean, that's how much I was pulling in off of advertising and stuff like that. $13,000 to $20,000 a month. But I still had a day job. I eventually left
Warp drive active.
when it was just kind of stupid. And then the .com bubble burst. But, you know, I did okay. I've been extremely wealthy twice and lost it all twice. It is the entrepreneur way. And right now, I'm just average. I'm still self-employed. And, I mean, this is what I do for a living. I run the store. And I do Twitch and YouTube videos, which is really kind of just a outflow for an inflow into the store and stuff. But I also happen to love Eve, so it's really good. You know, it just all works out really well. Such good places doing Lord of the Rings tour in New Zealand. You know what? Next time I go to New Zealand, I will. And yeah, I went to Tasmania. I went to Melbourne and Sydney, and then Auckland, Rotorua, and some of the places. And when we were, was it near Sydney? No, maybe it was near, I don't know. I was on the east coast of Australia, and we went on this tour up to see this wildlife preserve and everything, and to go see this town on top of a mountain. And it was kind of funny because I don't know how tall your peaks are there, but the tour guide was very excited about how high this mountain was. And I'm looking at it as we're driving towards it, and I'm going, that's not a mountain. That's a hill. It's literally like, goes up to like elevation of like 1,500 feet or something like that. And when we get up there, he's all like, it's really incredible up here. Sometimes we even get snow. And he's like, it hasn't snowed for multiple years, but sometimes we even get snow. And he was really proud of that and everything. And it was a nice little town up there, a little artsy town. Melbourne? Okay, Melbourne. I'm trying to remember. So, hey, Rieslan. Anyway, yeah, it was kind of funny. You know, growing up in Oregon, where we have the Cascade Mountains, which are pretty big. But then you go over to the Rockies, and they're really big. And, you know, and in Australia, he was like, this is one of the tallest peaks in Australia. We do have a mountain here. It's called Mount Olive in Florida, and its elevation is 500 and some odd feet. Florida's very flat. That's not the tallest point. The tallest point is, I don't know, 800 and some odd feet in all of Florida. So we're very flat here. Brisbane? All right. Well, you know, how much money have I spent in the game there, Rab? So it's not really fair to ask me that. I don't really spend a whole lot myself, and it's because I'm a business partner, and so I can just grab a code from our store, or if for some reason we have any sort of fraud or anything that happens, I'll then redeem the codes to my accounts. You know, we don't offer refunds. You have to know what you're doing. You have to pay attention to those codes that are one per account, which they all list at the bottom if they are, on how to look and everything. And if we offered refunds for that, well then I'd be like having holy shit moments with all of my accounts. And plus, I do really well at making money in game. And so, like this guy right here, 624 billion is his current worth. Which it's building back up again. Y'all are going to see why, and you're going to groan. The extractor sale, I did claim a couple of those. So I have 300 or 400 extractors sitting at Jita. And that's worth like over 200 billion. The extractor sale, by the way, for those of you watching live, ends tonight. And it's a really good deal.
User rock.
To the person
just subscribed for 2 months.
To the person who was asking about whether or not to buy Plex on sale and then use the Plex to buy Omega. No, you buy extractors at 2 for 1. You hold on to them for about 2 months and then you start selling them, filled or not. And then those will give you quite a good ride on that, unless they crash. Well, you know, that's always possible, and there's been some things that have crashed. Traditionally, it's not. And you can look at the past year history, and I recommend watching Oz. His weekly video, it comes out on like Sundays, I think. His market report comes out on Sundays or Mondays. And by the way, he's an affiliate with us too. If you want to support Oz, you can use Oz at checkout, and that'll give you a discount, and it'll credit him. So, yeah. Okay, let's see here. So, Gidrags. Thank you so much for, how many months is that? 2 months as a sub. I appreciate the support. There is 20 gold to everybody here in your honor. And then we'll also see what is Dolly thinking
to the dragons.
about
Ginger just followed.
thinking about what your avatar looks like. And let's see here. We're going to do Instadock. So here's what we do. See this? I have that. I'm going to hit my autopilot. I was discussing this yesterday. So I'm going to warp to my Instadock.
Warp drive active.
Nobody's going to try and pop me. I hit autopilot. Jita Station is my next stop, but it's going to warp to the bookmark, which is inside the station. And then and then from there, it'll instantly dock. And this is how you do it if you are carrying things that people might want to shoot you for. So, hello, Nick Pa. So here, see, we're going inside the station. And then
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
it docks right away. This is how you do your blockade runners and stuff.
Disabled. Waypoint
So,
reached.
all right. So, Gidrags, here is what Dolly is thinking that your character's looking like, and you have a very fine dragon there. You must be a dragon. All right, I will put that up into Discord, ! Discord, if you want a copy of it, and do with it what you want. It's yours. Thank you for subbing. Yeah, well, kosher ham, I'm not going to remember all these terms. It's going to be rough. Oh yeah, see, here's some extractors, as I was mentioning. So, damn, I got 58 large here and 400 unfilled.
Welcome to the Dragons.
So,
Dead Jedi just followed.
all right, so let's see here. This is going to market and then consumable right there. So, all right. Dead Jedi and Mr. Ginger, welcome. And Mr. Ginger, you probably triple as susceptible to the sun and sunburns, so stay out of the sun. Triple ginger? Yeah, probably. All right, if you are watching on YouTube, we'll see you in the next episode.